Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Channeling Spirit every Wednesday here on my channel at 3 p.m. Eastern. Whoops, sorry, you guys hearing me? I've got some back. Here we go. Let me shut that off, that screen. Okay, sorry guys. Too many windows popping up there. How are you guys? I see Alyssa here. Yay, I haven't seen you in a while, Alyssa. How have you been? Nice to see you. Natalia's here. Hello. Faith, hi. So excited to start the show. I do have a guide who stepped forward today during my spirit drive. Some of you all know, as I mentioned last week, that I love to do a drive in the morning, get my coffee, and I call it a spirit drive because it gives me a moment to sort of tune in, see what guides want to come forward. I have so many on my team these days that I really need them to really present in very synchronistic ways so I can really tell which one wants to step forward. So I have usually I ask for signs during my drive for confirmation. If I feel like I'm sensing a specific guide around, I'll ask for a specific sign, or sometimes they'll tell me what the sign is going to be and then I'll just look for it. So that's kind of how it went down today. I felt a couple guides around. I got a hint and a clue who it was based on a song that came on the radio. And then I was told to look for this specific word to pop up 3 times. And if it popped up 3 times, it would be this specific guide that I was sensing around me. But the guide wants to be a mystery guide for you guys. So all of you who know me, this is one of my oldest and most favorite guides to channel. So I'm going to give you all a second to just get quiet in your heart space, clear your third eye, take a deep breath, get centered in your seat, put your grounding cord down into Mother Earth, anchor that in, take another deep breath, release all tension. Send your love to Mother Gaia. Send all your healing energy to Mother Earth and to all who are watching and all who are here today with us today. Sending you lots of love, high vibrational energy to help you feel grounded and centered and balanced within. And if any of you can take a moment to tune in who you think the guide could be that's stepping forward now. I see them stepping forward. I'll give you a hint. It is a masculine energy. So let me know in the comments, because we're always wanting to practice using our intuitive muscles here, since most of you have been channeling or developing your intuition for a while now. You've been on this journey for a while now, and that's why you're here. So that's what my channel is all about. If you are new here, I would love to, for you to introduce yourself in the comments and let me know how you found me, and any of that. And let's see. Is it David Bowie? No, it's not David Bowie, but that's a good guess because he's one of my most present guides on my team these days. He's been helping us a lot in our Patreon group, leading us in our galactic mission reports, sometimes with Loki, who's also a top guide, and it isn't Loki, so I'm just going to tell you right now. That would be too obvious anymore. And Kira's saying Yeshua. No, but good guess on that. Saint Germain. Anne, hi, Anne. Let's see. Oh, I knew someone was going to guess Freddie. That's Natalia. No, it's not Freddie. Let's say emphasis on the word older guide. Saint Germain. No, not Saint Germain, but getting warmer, I'll say. Hi, welcome, Michelle. Nice to meet you. Okay. Oh my gosh, Metatron. Okay, no, but we're getting warmer. Okay, warm. Let me just throw out the color purple is a color. So that's why I say warmer. With Metatron, I see indigo, and with this guide, I see indigo, and also with Saint Germain, and there's kind of a higher connection between them all. We're getting, here we go. Yep, that's it. It's Merlin. Yay. Do you guys have your wizard caps on today? Come on, get those thinking caps on. He's saying that's coming from Merlin. But awesome. Okay, so Melchizedek is another good one, but very close to Merlin as well. Jim said Merlin. You guys got it. Awesome. Kuan Yin. Oh, Alyssa has Kuan Yin, Archangel Michael, and Saint Germain. Beautiful. That's a good trio to have. Kuan Yin, I was kind of thinking about her right before the show, actually. Actually, because of this clip, I bought that in honor of Kuan Yin. I think she was like telling me to get a new clip one time and change up my style. So I was thinking of her this morning. So she probably is around us also. All right. So you guys are welcome to start posting your questions for Spirit in the comments, and you can ask for a general message, but I always recommend to be more specific, because the general rule of thumb with channeling Spirit and receiving guidance like this is the more specific you are with a question, the more specific Spirit will tend to be with the response. You can also ask me to channel a specific guide to receive your message, or let it just be open to whoever wants to step forward from your team. And then I'm just, hi, Vanessa. Oh, hi, Nicole. How are you? And I just want to make this quick announcement too before I forget. I'm not sure if any of you are local in Arizona, in the Phoenix area. I live in Tempe, Arizona, right by the airport and ASU. And I'm actually going to be hosting my first live local community event. It's a bigger event. It's part of a bigger event, a goddess tent event that's going to be a regular monthly event, hosted once a month, one Friday a month, in Tempe and at a local wellness center. And my friend Aubrey Shoham, who I've known for a long time now, invited me to be a guest facilitator. And so I'm going to be doing a 45-minute session on channeling your higher self. And it's this Friday at 12 to, I think it's like 12:45. It's a 45-minute session, but there are other facilitators there. It's like a all day event, but not fully all day. It's like 9 to 2 or something like that. And there's maybe 4 or 5 of us that are facilitating different sessions. I'll leave a link to that in the comments at some point, or in the descriptions box after this channeling. If any of you happen to know or know anyone that's local, reach out to me, email me, contact me for more details. If you're interested in joining us, there's still some open spots for registration on that for this Friday. Okay, so now I'm going to start. I am going to channel Merlin, but I wanted to catch this comment real quick. You said purple, and I thought Prince, but he's not old. I know. I think we all think of Prince when we hear the color purple anymore. But yeah, I've never channeled Prince before. I'm sure he's around. He's kind of poked in his energy here and there, but I haven't directly channeled him. He would be a good one. I did just post a channeling on Amy Winehouse that I did with our friend Fernanda, who showed up as a guest medium for me, and we did that. She has Amy, one of her main spirit guides, and it was interesting how we kind of came to realize that we had that connection. And she was really insistent, Amy was, on wanting us to share her message. So please check that out on my YouTube. That's my latest channeling up. But right now, I want to just tune into clear my energy and have Merlin step forward. I want to channel a group message for him first and just see what he wants to say. And he's basically saying that he misses all of you. He's saying you all need to channel him more. That was a test of an activation. That was an initiation test to see who out there needs to connect more with Merlin's energy. He just keeps saying the magic is within you. The magic is within you. You are all superstars on your own intuitive paths and journeys and soul missions. So he's very proud of you. You're all stars on the team. So consider yourselves promoted. He's saying for your vision, for holding your vision for the collective, for unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, peace on earth, all goodwill for all men. He's just here to promote you. That's what he's saying. He's here to promote you to higher level status. And that means, like, he's talking about trusting your intuition more. He's saying you all are ascended masters here. It's your birthright. It's your birthright to be here and to show your stuff, to show your magic off to the world. So that's actually, he's reminding me, that's the theme of the Goddess Tent event that I'm part of tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but in 2 days. Is that's the theme. It's all about reclaiming your witch side, reclaiming the power of the witch within, reclaiming your magic. So he wants you to ask yourself, how is magic working for you in your life? Like, how do you see magic showing up for you in your life? And he wants you to pay attention to those synchronicities, to ask for those signs from your guides, to really test them, make sure they're there. Are they listening? They're always paying attention, but sometimes you have to get their attention, he's saying, by asking a specific question, asking for a specific sign. You'll know when you receive it, he says. You will know when you receive it. He's saying, ask 3 times and say the magic word. And so use magic as a word, even, and ask to see that 3 times to know if Merlin's around. And that's actually the sign that he gave me on my spirit drive. So I was driving and I hear the song Magic Man by Heart, which is a common song that I hear on my Spotify a lot, but it was on the radio. And this time I was sensing already Morgan Le Fay around. I was trying to see who wanted to maybe come in for the group message today, and got picked up on her energy a little bit, but she's going to be coming into a future channeling that I'm doing. Wasn't sure if it was her. Then I heard Merlin. Then I was told or intuitively guided to look at the song that's playing. It says magic. I'm like, oh, magic. Yeah, Merlin's magic. And they're like, well, Magic Man, actually. So that would fit Merlin. And I'm like, yes. And then I heard Merlin say the word magic 3 times and I will appear. And so I'm like, okay, so that must mean that if I see the word magic or hear the word magic before I get home, that many times or 2 more times, it's going to be Merlin that wants to come through. And I ended up hearing it one more time on another song. And then, I was waiting for that 3rd sign. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it because I was turning down onto my street. And literally the song that was on was I flipped the station. It was like some really oldie song that I can't even remember what it was now. And it was like, the tune was catching my attention. I'm like, is the word magic in this song? I think it is. And then sure enough, it was. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So that's it. That's my 3rd sign. And then that song was actually just ending. And then as soon as that song ended, the next song that came on was started with the line, oh, 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 it's magic. So I'm like, okay, well, geez, really put the stamp of approval or initiation on that one. I'm hearing that's how it works, guys. It's really not that complicated to be a medium. You just got to tune in and learn how to trust your guides that they will show up, and they will show up on time. And sometimes it's so synchronistic, like a couple seconds later, I would be in my driveway and getting out of my car. So sometimes they like to pack that punch by giving you like the sense that, like, oh, it's not going to come, it's not going to come, it's not going to come. And then boom, it shows up in a really extraordinary way. So always trust that and ask for those signs. So, okay, enough about Merlin, but thank you, Merlin, for being here today. Let's go to the first question, and it might be for Merlin. And Anne is saying, I think they are all joining the White Brotherhood. Yep, yep. We're all a part of the White Brotherhood. And question is, does Merlin have some advice for me? And he's just going back to his message. He's like, yes, look for the magic within. Let's see. He wants you stepping more into your power, stepping more into your intuitive gifts. Um, Giving something new a try is what I'm hearing, like trying something different, meaning trying a different tactic or style of communication with spirit would be good for you to get you out of your comfort zone, to get you like stretching your muscles, get you out of your box. I feel like there's too much. What he's showing me is it still feels like to me, there's too much limitation or lack way of thinking. So he just wants you to use your intuitive powers more and build more insight into what, like, okay, so how he's showing this is like what you see to be a problem, and what you see to be a clear solution. So he's trying to shift you out of um like, okay, so it's like you want to acknowledge the problem. It's like you see a clear problem, you want to see a clear solution. So he's wanting you to just, I hope I'm saying that right, it just is coming out really quick for the way he's saying it. um but yeah, in other words, there's a solution for every problem. There's an answer for every issue that you have. And you just have to think from your higher heart perspective and use your higher wisdom. That's what he always means when he says, put your wisdom caps on, put your thinking caps on, put your wizard caps on. Um, and so he just feels like you have all the answers you need within, and that it feels like you're looking for something, maybe outside of yourself, that you think that you need, that you don't actually need, is kind of how he's explaining that. So, and that's a process for all of us to really start listening more to our own intuitive voice. That was a really strong message that came out through Amy Winehouse yesterday in her channeling. It's just the power of your own voice is within. And when you achieve a certain level of enlightenment, you just begin to know and see really clearly what the answer is. It's almost like a magic trick. It just appears, it just shows up in your life because you're asking for it. You're seeking the help, you're seeking the answer, you're seeking clarity, and your guides always know what you're thinking. They always know what you're thinking, even if you're not asking them out loud or specifically asking for a sign. They know what you're looking for, they know your heart. So just trust what you get, and how that sign comes will be unique to all of us. As to, they're always going to send us signs based on what we're looking at and what we're already paying attention to. So they do try to get our attention based on what we naturally or organically are aware of, being more conscious of. So pay more attention. I hope that helps. And okay, Nicole would love a message. I feel a bit stuck on my next step and struggling with family to honor my boundaries. Am I in the wrong? Am I in the wrong? Ironic timing with ancestral energy in the air. Yeah, wow. Okay. So let me just clear the space. I'm going to ask Merlin to step back unless he wants to be the one to come forward for you, and see if there's any other guides. But I feel like Morgan Le Fay wants to step forward. So I am pretty sure she is here because they seem to be coming in together. Okay, so Struggling with family to honor my boundaries. Am I in the wrong? Feeling stuck. Okay, so let me ask Morgan because she kind of is hiding in the shadows, but she wants me to ask her to step forward. She wants to introduce herself to the group. It's like, yes, she's known for sorcery magic. Yes, she's played on both the sides of the dark and the light, but no, she is not an evil witch, she's saying. So just know you can trust her guidance and opinions on things. But yeah, she's highlighting for you healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries, it's like an internal thing. It comes from within. It's kind of like um learning to trust yourself more. It keeps going back to this Merlin answer that I don't know why they keep wanting to emphasize this today, but it's all about like knowing the power you have within and just knowing yourself better, like knowing what you can handle, what you can't handle, knowing when it's time to take a break or step away, knowing when your circuits start to feel like overwhelmed, like your senses feel overwhelmed, because it feels like from your perspective, you being really intuitive and empathic, you pick up on a lot of subtle communication, like subtle nuances, like what's in the air, like what's not necessarily being directly said, but unspoken. And it's like those subliminal messages that people, like that psychic energy that people unconsciously throw out. It feels like you pick up a lot on that. So that's kind of what they mean by like knowing yourself and knowing like what your intuitive senses are already picking up on, and just paying more attention to the subtleties, the nuances of how you're um what's being said but not being said is kind of just, if you can really like get your balance and bearings as to where you're at in any given moment and where your power lies in any given moment to speak your truth, if that's the right timing for you, if you feel truly centered and grounded and comfortable, feeling safe expressing that. So there's an aspect of vulnerability in personal relationships that gets challenged and tested, because we're here to be authentic communicators and speak from the heart, but sometimes it's hard to do that when others aren't truly listening, or we don't feel like their hearts are open, like they're closed off from that higher message. So that might be a time where it's just not the right time, or maybe there's another way to say it, to share it, that might be more like tuned to the level of awareness, self-awareness that they are at, like information wise, what they would be open, like a better way that they would be more open to hearing that message, um as it relates to you standing up for yourself and you just needing to be more clear in how you communicate those boundaries to other people. So yeah, that's what I feel the higher message is coming in for you. And I think that goes for all of us. Like all these messages always relate to all of us because these are issues we all deal with. So I hope that helps you, Nicole. Um, Thank you for asking that question, and Morgan coming in, bringing her energy. Go Rachel, sounds amazing. What day again? Yeah, I know you are in the area that I live, or close by. That's kind of what made me remember to mention it. It is on Friday, this Friday the 25th, and there's other facilitators, so I think there's a cost to buy a ticket for the whole event, but if I refer you, then you get a discounted price. So if you're interested in going, let me know like privately and I can give you more information. Okay, let's go to Lindsay Energy. Hi, Lindsay Energy. Does this guide have any guidance or advice for my spiritual business? Any guide who feels connected to provide guidance is great. Okay, let me tune in to your energy and just see who wants to step forward. I just keep getting Morgan Le Fay. Okay, because she's here right now and she's a pretty strong guide. So let me see what she's saying. I'm tuning in what she's saying about your business. Okay, she's saying redirect your focus and let your heart take you where like, oh gosh, how did she say this? It came in so fast. It like rhymed, I thought, but okay. Something like let your heart go where it wants to flow, where your energy wants, or let your energy go where your heart wants to flow, something like that. It's just it's about like connecting your heart and soul to your mission work. So it feels like um you might be interested in many different opportunities, or have different opportunities coming your way in the near future. It's like you're progressing well on your path, and you're developing your skills, and you're honoring your truth, I'm hearing. And you're stepping more into your power, maybe in a more public way, in the services that you're offering or what you're creating. It's inspiring others is what I'm hearing. So there's a lot of, but they're also highlighting a lot of creative inspiration. So they're saying there's a lot of creative inspiration yet to be untapped. So I think that's what she means by like tuning more into your heart's magic, I'm hearing, to really find there might be something that you're struggling with, um, that you're like an inner conflict that you're struggling with within, that's causing you to maybe like hesitate or pull back, or maybe not like step fully forward into the mission and service that you're being called to do. But she's saying you're handling yourself well under pressure, so I'm not sure, um, but, there also feels like there could be a lot of pressure, like self-pressure put on like, that you're putting onto yourself, that to maybe move faster than you feel like you are. But in general, I feel like everything is working out according to like your higher plan, and to just trust the path that you're on, and trust the direction that you're getting, and ask for clearer signs of confirmation that you're like spending time in the right direction, that you're going in the right direction. And they're just taking me back to some of the messages that came in last week from Dwal Cool around inspired action, which is like action that's grounded, that is inspired from like your heart center. And that's what they mean by go with the direction of flow that your heart wants to go. So it's like your heart, your soul, they're providing you clues and as to the path that you're on. And I'm not sure if there's a fear of commitment to what you're doing, but it could be that, or maybe a feeling of intimidation based on like what you see other people doing, that might be um causing you to like step back a little bit, or just question what it is you want to, where it is you want to go, in what direction you want to go. But I hope that helps you, and let me know if that resonates. And I always tell people too, like as a medium, we're just translating messages. We don't always know exactly what's going on in your life, so I just share as much information as I get from the guides, and then just always take what resonates for you. um Okay, let's go to Benefsha is next. I would like to receive a message from Hecate, please. Ooh, she was kind of around because like Nicole brought her energy in last week, and that's who I thought might step forward, but it was actually Morgan. But yeah, Hecate, would love a message from her. How is she supporting me on my path at this time? Um, she's highlighting Dark Night of the Soul, and I'm not sure why. So I don't know if you're experiencing symptoms of that right now, or just or she's taking you back to a time where maybe you were struggling at a lower point in your life, and she's wanting you to gain inner strength and inner wisdom from times that you struggled but like overcame, right? And you went and you did it anyways, like you stood up anyways, and you went and boldly said that anyways, or did that anyways, and you stayed true to your heart. It's like stay true to your inner voice, even when your voice is shaking, even when you're not sure, you're making the right move. And that goes for all of us. So don't stand in the shadows. Don't be a shadow guide like she is. Don't be watching from the shadows. If there's something you want to do, go out and do it. If there's something you want to say, go out and say it. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind and speak what's on your heart, and share with others what you want to share, because there's a unique voice that you have. She's kind of speaking to you, Benefsha, but like as a group too, this goes for all of us. That's unique to your soul expression. And that's what you need to be sharing, because it's gonna, like, it might be a similar message to that somebody else is sharing, but it's gonna come out in a way that's unique to your own voice and expression and goddess energy that you bring in. So she's just highlighting that we're all goddesses here, and we're all really learning how to shine our light, our source power on the conditions of the world that are very chaotic, very messy right now. And we're all being conditioned back to love, learning how to love ourselves, honor ourselves, love each other, and that's the good news that we should be spreading, is the good news of unconditional love, joy, service to others. So anything that makes your heart sing, she's saying, that gives you a good feeling, that's of service to the world in some way, that's empowering someone in some way, is positive feedback for you. It's positive source feedback, she's saying, because it's going to give you back uh, greater blessings, is essentially what she's showing me, than you could have imagined, because it's what you put out is what you get, is what you end up receiving. And you receive miracles and blessings the more you speak your truth and put your heart into your own message, and just how you relate to the world, how you interact with the world. So she's very much on your side, on your team, and she's rooting for you always. And yeah, she's here as like a protective and guardian guide, she's saying. And she kind of lurks in the shadows, but you can call her anytime, especially when you're on at a crossroads. So she's reminding me, I feel like you might be at a crossroads on your mission right now, Benesha. And so she's going to help point you in the right direction and keep you tuned to spirit, tuned to your higher heart. But you have all the answers within, is what she's saying. So just trust your gut, and always don't be hesitant to take a step forward when you know it's the right direction, and you know it's the right, and you're in that right frequency where you actually feel that and you resonate with that. Don't be afraid to take an empowered move in the right direction, is what she's saying. So I hope that helps, Benefsha. Thank you for your question. Okay, coming down. I just want to, I have Vishal here. I'll get to your question next. But before I do that, I just want to look down into the comments and see um, if I'm missing any comments that I want to check here. And saying, exciting to try something different, a new way to connect to spirit. Thank you both. You're welcome. Natalia was saying to Nicole, this is a great question that would help me also. Yep. I know a lot of these questions are here for all of us, so it's very always helpful. Lindsay says 100% resonates. Thank you so much. Oh, good. Thank you for sharing that confirmation. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Vishal, who is new to the channel, but I'm so happy you're here. Could I have guidance for the present, but also what I need to do to achieve my dreams? Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to see what. It's just gonna be Merlin, probably Merlin and Morgan today. This one I feel more of Merlin's energy, because I was getting a message, but I want to just tune back in because I kind of lost the frequency. Could I have guidance for the present, but also what I need to do to achieve my needs? Yeah, he was saying something about like the present is about being in the present moment. So look for like new ideas, new creative ideas, inspiration. Like talk to your guides more, talk out loud to them, talk like you actually believe they are listening, and they will hear you. Like we mentioned earlier, they're always listening, so they always know what you're thinking. But if you like, I feel like for you, it's like more about drop that communication line and strengthen that connection more, because you're gonna ask them something and you're gonna get receive a drop in thought or creative inspiration. So I feel for you, it's more about how you receive the messages, how you pick up on the messages, that if you pay more attention, stay in the present moment, stay grounded in the present moment, stay in the neutral observer position. Um, it's kind of like he's showing me there's a need to drop the expectations of the outcome of how, like, you foresee a future for yourself, you have a vision, you have goals that are achievable, but to stay on the plan, like the higher course, you have to drop the expectations of the unfoldment of how the outcome is going to reveal itself to you. So that's where the magic happens. It's when you're in a state of surrender and allowance, but you're also in a state of complete trust, that your higher soul is always speaking to you, that your spirit team is always leading you in the right direction. You can trust the signs that you get. So you can ask the question, and then you can drop the expectation, and then you can just allow your higher self to show you, like, the breadcrumbs or the next steps to take. Put your intentions out there. Definitely be clear on your intentions of what you want to create, what you want to manifest, but the how to that it's actually going to manifest is going to look very different from a higher soul perspective than it is from you being on the ground, not having the whole view in front of you, whereas your higher soul can see, like, everything going on, right? It's like the difference between being in a car versus an airplane. So just, um, you know, learn to look for the signs, and trust your intuitive guidance that you are receiving. So I hope that helps you, Vishal. Thank you, Merlin. Okay, next we have Alyssa. Alyssa says, I am open to a message. My team is saying general message is appropriate today. Please and thank you. Okay, so I know Merlin is still here. So let me he started saying something, but let me tune into what message do you have for Alyssa. He's laughing because he's saying, trust your intuitive guidance. But Alyssa is an intuitive master. So that's a joke. Alyssa's got her own successful business and YouTube channel. So check her out. Can you leave it in the comments, Alyssa? Because I do want more people to know about you. Alyssa is an evidential medium, which is a little bit different than what I do. I can tune into your loved ones sometimes that have crossed over if there's a specific one you want me to channel, and their energy comes through. But typically my soul is my channelings are with, like, ascended masters and different guides that are, like, on a different dimensional level, I guess you could say. But Alyssa, that's her specialty, that's her expertise, and we've known each other for a while. So she's channeled many awesome messages for me, I know. So I highly recommend her services. And anyways, I'm laughing because Merlin said that as a joke. And okay, now can we get, like, a serious message for Alyssa? He's just really proud of all the work you're doing. You're helping a lot of souls heal. By helping them connect to their loved ones. I'm getting a lot of, like, emotional energy coming through, like, almost like, wow, like, I want to cry. How, like, proud of you your guides are on your team. They're just so proud of you stepping out into the front lines and you just really, like, being bold and brave and offering your services. I'm seeing Mary Magdalene as a prominent guide on your team. I'm sorry, I'm choking up on the emotional energy coming through. She really wants to support you more in your work. She wants to you to reach out to her as an ascended master on your team. That just in general can help you on your awakening journey, on your spiritual mission, on your higher soul mission. I feel like you could also develop a stronger connection with the galactics that are around you, like the Pleiadians. And there's just a lot of galactic team members that want to reach out at this time and on your team. So in general, it's just more about, yeah, shifting your focus and really training your senses more to just, like, keep doing what you're doing. Like, essentially, it's just like you're getting better and better and better and better over time. It's like a seasoned wine, like it ages well over time. It's just that's kind of what they're showing. It's a general message, but um it's just, I don't know, you just have so many guides on your team that are here to support you, and they're just wanting you to know how great of a job you're doing. But it was a lot of emotional energy coming through when I first started channeling. So I hope that helps. And Merlin's like saying he's here to support you as well. And he's saying take you to witchy school. So I don't really know what that means, but he's saying it's a turbulent ride, okay? But there's a lot of magic still untapped within, a lot of power in your own potential and future manifestation as it comes to manifesting higher timelines for yourself, for your business, for your personal life. But you're already doing like the best you can do, I know, and you're very successful in all that you do. So keep up the good work is what I'm hearing from your whole team. And Archangel Michael says hi, is also what I'm hearing. So, oh my gosh. Okay. I hope that helps you, Alyssa. And I hope that made some sense because there's just so many guides coming in and out for you. Kira, I love Merlin. Yay, me too. All right. Faith is here. She has a question. A Pleiadian guide stepped forward for me recently and gave me a tour of her ship. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's exciting. Her name is Alara. Can you please bring her in and ask if I go to her ship when I sleep and any general message from her? Wow, that's so fascinating. I would love to bring her energy in. And it's no coincidence that we were just channeling a message for Alyssa, and her Pleiadian, team kind of popped in real quick. And now your question. So they're definitely here. Let me tune in specifically. I'm going to ask Alara to step forward. Okay, she's just showing me like a very like strong heart connection with you, like a very strong like sisterly bond, um like a feminine bond. There's a lot of feminine wisdom codes being transferred back and forth with your interactions with her. Yes, starship at night, as she's saying. So that's confirmation. You travel with many of your galactic team members at night. You travel the stars at night. You must be like me, Faith, because I've been getting a lot of dreams where I'm like on different planets. I'm like, where are we at? This is clearly not Earth. There are beings here I do not recognize. But I'm going to be talking more about dreams is going to be a topic of our next galactic mission report that I do for my Patreon group. And you don't have to be a paying member to be a part of that. It's once a month, around the new moon every month. I'll probably be doing it the 1st of November coming up, but it's you just have to be a free member, a free Patreon member to get the link for that live channeling, similar to how we do here, where you can ask questions, but it's geared towards the galactic mission reports because I get galactic mission reports and I'm supposed to share with my group once a month now. And Loki's one of the guides that always has a lot to say on those reports. And David Bowie, and that's who Faith was guessing earlier. That's why he's so important on our team. He's very galactic, and he's plays a leadership role in helping us with our galactic mission report and connecting us with our galactic guides as well. Going back to your question though with Alara, I kind of lost my signal for a second, but she was just yeah, the starship traveling at night. Definitely. You're going on many different astral explorations, missions. She's calling it mission control. It's partly to help reacquaint you with your galactic team so you can be more prepared for the future mission work to come. David Bowie is prepping you too. It's getting really serious right now. That's why I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, the galactic energy is just different. And I'm seeing David Bowie like standing behind you right now. So he's helping make these connections for you, or helping you make these connections stronger, which is all about learning to trust yourself, your own intuitive, yeah, intuition and how you're picking up on the messages, because you're a very powerful channel in and of yourself, Faith. And so, yeah, I just keep hearing Galactic Mission Report, Council of Light. So I feel like you could be working with the Pleiadian and Syrian Councils of Light. Those are the ones, Lyran too, possibly. They're all interconnected, though, I'm hearing. So there's a lot of councils of light that you're working with at this time, or that you're interdimensionally connected to. I feel like this is David Bowie kind of taking over here. He's like my galactic translator these days. But you have a strong soul connection to David Bowie as well. So you should really tune into that. You should really ask him for advice more if you haven't already been doing so, but would love to hear your response on that. If you feel his energy around you, because he's a strong presence in your life, like he really is really there for you a lot. He's showing me. So he wants to develop a more personal connection with you if you haven't already. And yeah, I just keep hearing wisdom codes, and just trust what you're getting. So from the galactics, as far as, how they're guiding you at this time. But I hope that helps you, Faye. Thanks for that question and bringing their energy in. Benefcia says, oh, I love Merlin and his loving messages. Yay. And Kira, that's a beautiful message. Thank you. Okay, Natalia's here. Okay, to anyone on my team who would like to give me a guidance or clarity about my professional path, should I pursue this creative path that I feel has been nudging me to do, or is there another path? I'm hearing Merlin right away. Merlin saying, well, there's always another path. There's infinite number of paths you could choose, but which one does your heart want to choose? Because that's the path that's unique to your soul mission, your divine soul mission. So always trust where your heart is guiding you. You know the answer to this question. You know that you're being nudged. You're saying it, you're speaking it out loud. So like the messages that are coming through today's channel that you're resonating with are part of the ways your guides are wanting to push you forward into action, into right action. Because you can't make a wrong move when you're taking a right action. Right action in faith of higher outcomes, and trusting the divine process and flow and way that your soul wants to go, and the way your soul wants to navigate you. So it might look like this instead of a straight line, but know that you're always getting closer, one step closer each time you like align essentially with the right thought that's leading you to the right step, and then you take that step in full trust and faith in your power and right to have this higher outcome. Because some of us he's highlighting this, but he's kind of speaking this as a message to the group. Some of us deal with self-worth issues. These are subliminal, deeply held in our chakras and unconsciousness, that, or subconscious mind, that are running, that we feel afraid, we feel like we don't deserve that for ourselves. So you know I think he's wanting us all to really look at some of those programs that might be running, why we feel like we need to ask if we should be doing it like that, could sometimes come from a place of unworthiness, like we feel like we don't deserve it. And so clearing those programs through shadow work, he's showing me dragons for you, Natalia, to be good guides that can help you transform those thoughts, transmute them into higher frequency thoughts, specifically the violet dragons, he's saying to work, because they work at the frequency of the violet flame. And violet seems to be a theme today with a lot of the different ascended masters that are around. People mentioned Saint Germain, they were picking up on, and Metatron, and we talked about that earlier with Merlin too. So yeah, the violet flame and the violet dragon specifically can help clear your energy for you. So okay, well, that's a good question. I hope that helps you. Let's see. We have a little bit more time. I'll stay on another 10 minutes. Okay. Just reading some of the comments here. Okay, I have Jacqueline. What's the name? Oh, real quick. Natalia, beautiful. What's the name of the song? Is it the Magic song? I think that's what you're asking. I Shazammed it. So it's called Magic, literally. The name of the song is called Magic by the group Pilot, Pilot. If that's what you're asking, the song that came in with the Merlin signs earlier, I mentioned. Okay, if that's not what you're asking, let me know. But I think that is it. I talk about songs a lot, so it's like so quick and in and out. And when I'm channeling, I can't even remember what I just channeled like previous seconds ago because it comes in so fast. Jacqueline says, would love a message from any of my team. Thank you. When I read your name, Jacqueline, I just see Mother Mary, Mother Mary, Mother Mary. Her energy is so pure and holy, and it's around you. It's like she's just like very, and your energy always brings in the color blue, your frequency whenever I tune to it. So let me just see if that's but actually you have Pleiadian team members on your team that want to step forward at this time. So I'm asking them what message they have for you. And I just feel like you're stepping into a new role somehow that's dedicated to your mission work um, as a Pleiadian. So you obviously carry that star seed heritage within your field, or they wouldn't be coming in so strong. You have Pleiadian soul family members on your team. I hear you have a Pleiadian mother who wants to reach out to you, and a star sister who wants to reach out to you. So, but you're really strong in your Pleiadian energy, and you're really helping to anchor that down into Mother Earth at this time. So that's why you carry a lot of the blue, like sapphire, like crystal energy in your field as well. Um, and I was hearing something about a cross, like a blue cross or something, but I'm hearing the cross of magic. So Merlin's with you as well. Merlin's a big support guide on your team at this time. So I'm just seeing what he wants to say, if anything, but he's just highlighting the group message for you, like finding the magic within, learning to trust your intuitive voice more, learning to speak your truth and share your wisdom as well. And just through you participating in these live events and in the events that we do in our Patreon group, it's like you're bringing your magic into the group is what he's saying. So, but he's saying essentially your essence is truly is truly soul magic. It's helping to perpetuate or put into motion like greater um he's calling it new age movements, but it's greater Christ consciousness awakening that's taking place on the planet right now. So it's more like it's the age of when he says new age, he means like the age of enlightenment. So we're all essentially waking up to our God source powers, and we're learning to trust in that more. And through our practice of what Merlin calls white magic, which is white wizard magic, which is remembering the power you have to create and manifest the world you want just by thinking it is so, thinking and believing it into manifestation. We're all essentially playing our very important role to bring the new earth timelines into manifestation at a higher frequency, because there's levels that we can manifest the new world, the new earth. There's a spectrum that of consciousness that is awakening now. So I feel that you're one that's very powerful in your light working abilities, Jacqueline, to anchor in these higher Christ codes, and that you're working with the Mother Sophia Christ lineage line. You have strong ties. That's why Mother Mary is so strong in your field. Very strong ties to the Blue Rose lineage and the Mother Sophia Christ lineage, anchoring in the blue ray healing frequency. So you are one of those cosmic creators, he's saying, that really anchors that strong frequency in. When you're doing meditation work, he's saying you can focus on bringing that blue ray in for healing the earth grid system. So you can do a lot of like he's calling it local work, but what he means is like you don't have to leave your house to do it, or you might be guided to certain spots in your local community, in nature, or just like higher like vibrational spots that that you feel guided to go to, or specific sacred sites. I'm not sure. He's showing me a lot of different things, but where your soul feels guided to go to anchor in these frequencies and do it more consciously. So if you're not doing that already, he could be showing me that you're doing that, or if not, he's guiding you to do that and to bring in the Pleiadian energy when you meditate. So all of that cosmic Christ light energy is healing the earth grid lines. And I feel like you live close to water, like lakes or large bodies of water, and he's wanting you to spend more time working with the water spirits as well. Yeah, you have a big strong connection to aquatic beings and the water spirits. It's like one of your natural elements that you work with really well. So Merlin's reminding me, being a master magician or wizard is all about learning how to work with the four elements. Well, there's five technically, but um, if you include the ether, but he's talking about the four main ones: the air, earth, water, and fire. Excuse me, I'm getting a tickle in my throat. Hold on one second. So that's kind of my sign, especially when it comes in this strong, to check the time and to kind of wrap it up, because I know we are at the hour right now. But I hope that helps you, Jacqueline. And I just want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting my channel, for showing up on Wednesdays to support and grow this show. And I hope more of you find me and more of you join me live in the comments. But I am going to head out for now. And just a reminder, we have a free intuitive mastery practice event hosted by Jenny Hart and Con Night. And we have a few new regulars showing up for that. That is every Monday on my Facebook private Intuitive Soul Rising group. It's a live practice, but you can show up and practice in the comments like you can comment here. And it's intuitive exercises designed to help you build and develop your intuitive muscles. So I hope to see you there every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you all. Love you all so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.